Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In. On my crackhead update, I drove my old lady over to the tennis court, and I got to park at this middle school. That's the only parking at this park. And Super Crip and another guy had some boxing gloves. They was on the sidewalk in front of his apartment complex boxing. Man, that dude is lick shy. He better stick with beating up women because he ain't worth a shit when it comes to fighting a man. And this guy was just tapping with him. Man, he was ducking and running. He looked and see me. He said, "Told you, school, I got some hands." Even the dude who was boxing said, "Man, you ain't got shit. I'd knock your bitch ass out if I wanted to. Knock me out then, sucker. Knock me out then on my mama. On my mama. You can't knock me out on my mama." He started to get me. My old lady looked at that shit. She said, "I'll kick the shit out of that dude." She said, "That dude, way he did that lady, he couldn't do me that way. I'd whoop his ass." That's my crackhead update. Y'all know what it is. Get your shanks out, and let's get ready to ride. This is a part 2 on Randall Adams. Yeah, he died at 61 years old from a brain tumor. And the DA, the trial officials in Dallas County, they never offered this man an apology. He didn't receive no type of compensation. He got some money off the movie Thin Blue Line. But Texas didn't have the compensation package in place when he was exonerated. If he'd have been exonerated after the package was made into law, he would have had close to $1 million. Texas give $80,000 per year. You was wrongfully convicted, and a monthly stipend for the rest of your life. So you get exonerated in Texas, you really gonna be all right. But the exoneration gotta actually say actual innocent. Can't say just acquitted. Can't say that. Gotta say you actual innocent of the crime, or they don't give you a dime. Now he left prison with nothing, and his family is poor. A lot of poor people in prison, they suffer. You can't afford a O.J. Simpson type of dream team of lawyers. You can't afford that. If you could, probably be half the guys in Texas prison. At 120,000 guys, it'd probably be cut down to about 70,000 incarcerated. You know, contrary to popular belief, most guys do not complain about being wrongfully convicted. They always complaining about a technicality or ineffective system of counsel. My lawyer didn't do this. I be listening to some of the arguments. We saying even if the lawyer would have did that, you still was guilty of the crime. You still would got a large sentence. So what benefit if the lawyer would have called this certain witness? You still wouldn't have been acquitted. You still would have been found guilty. The DA's got so much confidence in a jury trial, they'll tell you, I don't lose. So what you gonna do? You be forced, if you got a violent crime, to plead guilty for football numbers. You ain't got no other option. And I imagine that caused the brain tumor. If you on death row, you come within 3 days of dying, and you ain't committed no crime. I imagine some organic shit gonna go wrong in your brain. I just imagine. Man, it's something about death row inmates they never show the public. They don't show you when they bringing those guys off the Pulaski unit, death row, which is 12 building, and they loading them up in the van. They don't show you that part of it. A lot of those guys be crying like a son of a bitch. Now, they get themselves together en route to Huntsville. It's 45 miles, and you be there in no time flat. Straight down the highway from Pulaski, take you right to the Walls unit. But a lot of guys break en route. They get themselves together because you done had years to prepare to die. They already done rehearsed their final statement. Last meal, but now the last meal is whatever they got for chow at the Walls unit. Whatever the regular inmates eat, that's what you eat. You don't get a special meal. And but it's a lot of guys. You know, I put it like this: to get few guys who personally I have dealt with. It always come out that these guys are telling the truth. And I got a guy's record sitting right here beside me. He's at the Styles unit. He's been locked up 25 years for nothing. He's poor. His mother was a crackhead. He raised himself. You know, just imagine how that's going to go. He had to raise himself. But he's been locked up. He ain't got no money. He ain't got no family on the outside. He got a daughter. I've talked to her on the phone. She ain't got no money to pay one of these attorneys to help this guy. And it's hard in hell to get the Innocent Project. They'll tell you they got a heavy caseload. I got all his court records right here. I've read them. Even his trial judge said, I don't know what kind of police work this is. He said, I ain't never seen no case investigated like this. That's come from the trial judge's mouth. Now, I got to be truthful in this guy's case. First he received a 35-year sentence. He appealed it. He got it overturned. Went back to Dallas County. Had another jury trial, wouldn't plead guilty. They gave him life. He started with a 35-year sentence. And they gave him life on the retrial. You know, 2020 is hindsight. If he'd have kept it 35, he'd been locked up 25 years now. He's been at home. But you don't see it that way when you're sitting in that courthouse. You see it different, especially when you didn't commit the crime. It's kind of hard in hell to plead guilty to something that you didn't do. And it's hard in hell to make parole. Parole board wants you to show remorse. It's going to be hard in hell to make parole when you go in front of a parole officer and say, hey, I didn't commit this crime. And they looking at the police report, the file that was prepared by the district attorney is right in front of them. They reading it, saying that you did do it. And you had a jury of your own peers. And you had a law attorney. And far as they're concerned, you committed your offense. You ain't showing remorse. So you know you got a parole denial. Even if you didn't do the crime, you got to tell that parole officer you did do it in order to get out of prison. If you don't do it, you're not going nowhere. Look at the Bill Cosby. He won't go to the sex offender class. Texas got the same thing. If you're a convicted sex offender, you got to go to this class. Well, they transfer you to a whole nother prison. They transfer you over to the Hightower unit down in Dayton, Texas. And the program is 6 months to a year. Man, and they brutalize those guys in those classes. Got to write 1,000 times on a sheet of paper. I would not commit a deviant act. And oh man, they take you through the ropes. You don't complete that class, they send you back to your prison unit and take that parole from you. You're not going home. Every inmate got a SEX case must go through that program. You know, Bill Cosby is stupid. Old as he is, should have took the class. He would have got out of prison. Then he could have fought it from the outside. And you can't accomplish shit fighting from the inside. The morning Randall Adams went home, I was on my way to the craft shop. And he stopped me in the hallway, say, hey man, I'm going back to Dallas this morning, man. They finna cut me a loose, man. They gonna cut me a loose, man. You know, the young guy who set him up, he ended up receiving the death penalty himself. But he did come forward and tell the truth. That Randall Adams was nowhere when he shot this cop. You know, it's ironic. They never indicted him for shooting the police officer. He never got indictment for that. He received a death penalty for a capital murder that he committed in Beaumont, not for killing the police officer in Dallas. I had messed up one video, and it was a lot longer than this one. But I'm going to have to cut this one short because I got to get it out of here. My old lady will be heading back this way, and she running a desktop because she worked from home and a laptop, and that takes all the Wi-Fi. Once she boot her system up. Oh, hell, I'm up shit creek trying to upload something. Y'all follow me over on Patreon. The sun is out here in Dallas. That means they're going to be coming out of the woodworks, coming out, jumping out of trees, at the bus stops. They're going to be everywhere. So we got to get ready. We got to ride on these fools. I already see it coming. Keep your shanks out. Keep them sharp. And I might have to call for you if shit get out of hand. Y'all like and subscribe. And I thank you for watching.